The story begins in a male prison where inmates are working out. Suddenly, an alarm sounds, signaling all inmates to return to their cells. Sam, a prison guard, has been blackmailed by an inmate into smuggling contraband. The inmate threatened to expose Sam, warning that he'd end up in the same prison under the inmate's control. Feeling cornered, Sam attacks the inmate but gets beaten badly, resulting in a cut on his face. He is taken to the doctor for a concussion check and stitches. When asked about the incident by Tim and other guards, Sam lies, claiming the inmate had been troublesome for a while. He says he only asked the inmate to return to his cell, but the inmate responded defiantly. When the inmate didn't comply, Sam says he pushed him, which led to a physical altercation where Sam had to defend himself with a nightstick. To protect Sam from further trouble with inmates, it is decided he will be transferred to the tower. A few days later, while on the roof, Sam notices suspicious activity in the yard and uses a telescope to get a closer look. A fight breaks out among the inmates, prompting Sam to sound the emergency alarm. Guards prepare their tear gas and take positions on the roof. As the fight continues, several inmates are hit with tear gas. When the fight persists, guards fire warning shots, causing the inmates to lie down. However, Sam accidentally hits a black inmate while trying to target the attackers. Guards enter the yard to subdue the inmates, and Sam realizes his mistake. Warden Middles, along with guards Ed Simmons and Tim, discuss the incident. Tim defends Sam, explaining the previous attack and injury as reasons for Sam's reassignment to the tower. Ed suggests moving Sam to a less intense role, but Warden Mills orders Sam to be relocated to the women's prison despite objections from Ed and Tim and calls for a lockdown. At the women's prison, female inmates make provocative gestures towards Sam. Inmate Cherry takes notice of him. Miriam McCluskey, observing their interaction, demands to know why Sam was transferred. He explains it was for his protection after an incident at the male prison. Miriam warns him that female inmates can be just as manipulative and dangerous. During a lesson, Cherry watches Sam using a mirror. In the break room, guards discuss the differences between the men's and women's prisons. Sam jokes that his day felt like a vacation compared to the men's prison, which he likens to a jungle. Other guards warn him about the unique challenges of the women's prison and advise him to strictly follow the rules. That night, while locking cells, Sam finds an inmate with a contraband phone and continues his duties until he reaches Cherry, who pretends to read a magazine. He checks on her, and she responds positively, asking him to close her cell. The next day, as Sam stands by the classroom door, Cherry is pushed into him by another inmate. She grabs him and says she'll see him tonight. A female guard warns Sam to stay focused or risk being taken advantage of by the inmates. That night, while instructing inmates to turn off their lights, Sam finds Cherry in a provocative state. They are unaware that everything is being recorded. The next day, in the control room, Cherry feigns pain to be escorted to the infirmary. On the way, she drags Sam under an unmonitored stairwell, a known hookup spot. Sam resists briefly but soon gives in. After their encounter, Cherry stabs Sam multiple times in the neck and screams for help, making it seem like self-defense. She crawls out, pretending to have survived an attack.